Hello friends, in today's lecture we are going to study William Shakespeare's The Twelfth Night. The act is fourth one and the scene is second one. Now the second scene opens in a room in Olivia's house. Enter Maria and clown Malvolio in a dark chamber adjoining. Maria: Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and this beard, make him believe that thou art Sir Topus the curate. Do it quickly, I will call Sir Toby the whilst. Now Maria addresses these lines to the clown, and she requests the clown to disguise himself as a clergyman by putting on the gown of a clergyman and the beard of a clergyman, and he is supposed to act as one Sir Topus, who is a clergyman. And while she is calling Sir Toby, clown: Well, I will put it on and I will dissemble myself in it, and I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I am not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student, but to be said an honest man and a good housekeeper goes as fairly as to say a careful man and a great scholar. The competitors enter. Yes, please. So the clown says that he will put on the dress and he will disguise himself as a clergyman, and he wishes that he were the first person who had disguised himself and played a hypocrite in the dress of a clergyman, though he says he is not flashy enough to look like a clergyman, nor he is say lean or thin, so that he might be called a good student, because the clergymen are very good scholars, and therefore they are either very plump or very lean and thin. But being a honest man and good housekeeper, because it sounds so well that he is a careful man, and therefore he can act the role of a great scholar. And he says that the other competitors, means the other partners in trick, who are Sir Toby Belch and Maria, they enter the scene. Sir Toby: God bless thee, Master Parson. So he plays the role of a clergyman, the parson. Clown: Bonus dies. Bonus dies in Latin means good day. So the clown is affecting the clergy. For as the old hermit of Prague, that never saw pen and ink, very wittily said to a niece of King Gorboduc, that is so I, being master parson, am master parson. For what is that but that, and is but is. So he makes this type of speech because he wants to impress upon other people that he is acting well as a master parson, and so he somehow mocks the way the scholars talk. And there is a reference to King Gorboduc and his niece. King Gorboduc was a very renowned and a legendary king of England. So he's just sounding scholarly and uses the name of King Gorboduc. Sir Toby: To him Sir Topus. Clown: What, how? I say, peace in this prison. So clown dressed as Sir Topus, asks, or he rather calls Malvolio, who is there in this prison? Sir Toby, the knave counterfeits well, a good knave. So knave is fool, and so the fool, the jester is Mr. Feste, and he is acting well. This is an approval from Sir Toby. Malvolio, within means from inside the prison. Who calls there? Clown. Sir Topus, the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic. So Clown says, I am Sir Topus, I am the clergyman, and I have come to see Malvolio, who is the lunatic, means who is mad. Malvolio. Sir Topus, good Sir Topus, go to my lady. Clown. Out, hyperbolical fiend. How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies? So the clown, dressed as the clergyman, scolds Malvolio and says, you rowdy devil, how are you troubling this man, and do you not have anything to talk except of ladies? So you are talking of ladies. Sir Toby, well said, Master Parson. Malvolio, within. Sir Topus, never was a man thus wronged. Good Sir Topus, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness. So Malvolio complains that, sir, I have been put to great trouble, I have been wronged, and sir, please do not think that I am mad. They have put me in this hateful darkness, means in this dark room. Clown replies, Fie means shame on you, thou dishonest Satan. I call by the most modest terms. For I am one of those gentlemen that will use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is dark? So the clown, dressed as clergyman, says, shame on you, you are a devil, you are Satan, you are very dishonest, and even say to the dirtiest person, I talk in a very moderate, very decent terms. I talk to him on very decent terms, and I am a very gentle person. The clown, dressed as a clergyman, says that he is such a gentle person that he even addresses the devil with courtesy. So, do you say that this house is dark, this room is dark? Malvolio, as hell, Sir Topus. So Malvolio says, yes, this room is as dark as hell. Clown. Why? It hath bay windows transparent as barricadoes, and the clerestories towards the south-north are as lustrous as ebony. And yet complainest thou of obstruction? So the clown, dressed as clergyman, says that why do you call this room dark? The barricadoes and the windows are very transparent, means they could be seen clearly, and the upper windows toward the south-north are very decorated and as decorated as black wood. And yet you complain that there is no light. Malvolio, I am not mad, Sir Topus. I say to you, this house is dark. So he says, sir, I am not mad, but I say this house is dark in which they have put me. Clown, madman, thou arrest. Means you are making mistake. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog. So the clown tells Malvolio that there is no darkness, but it is his ignorance of his mind. That is why he can't see anything, and because of his ignorance he is confused. Then he is more confused than the Egyptians in their fog. Now, what is the story about Egyptians? This is a biblical story from Bible, and if you remember, Pharaoh was king of Egypt, and he would not let the Israelites go. And so God instructed Moses. Moses was his favorite student, favorite disciple, or favorite follower of God. And so God ordered Moses to stretch his hand toward heaven, and so there will be darkness in Egypt. So when Moses raised his hand, all over Egypt it was totally dark. So here the clown is saying that you are in a darkness that is like more confusing than the darkness which confused the Egyptian people. Malvolio. I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question. So Malvolio repeats that this room is as dark as ignorance, and ignorance is also as dark as hell, and he can say that a man was never abused, never ill-treated as Malvolio has been abused. And he says, just as you are a sane person, I am also a sane person, because I am not mad. And you can test me, you can take a test of my sanity by putting me any question, and I will answer your question properly. I am not mad. Clown. What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wild fowl? So the question is also very see, what could be the opinion of Pythagoras regarding wild fowl? But Malvolio knew that Pythagoras was a Greek philosopher who lived about 530 years before Christ, and Pythagoras had taught that a soul can transmigrate from one creature to another creature. So Malvolio replies that the soul of our grandmam might happily inhabit a bird. So Malvolio says that okay, this rule of Pythagoras says that the soul of one person can go into the soul of another person. So the soul of my grandma can perhaps go into the body of a bird. Clown. What thinkest thou of his opinion? So the clown asks, okay, what do you think about the opinion of Pythagoras? Malvolio. I think nobly of the soul and no way approve. So he says the soul is noble, and I don't agree with what Pythagoras has said. Clown. Fare thee well, remain thou still in darkness, thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, or I will allow of thy wits. So he says, you will continue to believe in the opinion of Pythagoras, and I will say that you are not mad and fear to kill a woodcock, and I don't want to kill a mad person or a stupid bird like you, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. So I hope you will not evict the soul of your grandma which is in a bird. Fare thee well. Goodbye. Malvolio. Sir Toby. He comes out from that chamber, dark chamber. Sir Toby, my most exquisite Sir Topus. So Toby approves of the acting. He has done good acting. The clown has done good acting as Sir Topus. Clown, nay, I am for all waters. So the clown says that yes, he could play many different roles. Maria, thou mightest have done this without thy beard and gown. He sees the note, because Malvolio was not able to see, so he could have acted as a clergyman even without the gown and the beard. Sir Toby, to him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. I stop here. To him in thine own voice means you have spoken to him in your own voice, and uh, please assure me that you find Malvolio. And he wanted to get rid of this scheme of declaring Malvolio mad, uh, and he wishes that this Malvolio is conveniently, means easily delivered, means released from jail. I would hear. He says he wishes he had been released from jail, for I am now so far in offense with my niece. He says that he has offended uh, his niece, that is Olivia, that he cannot follow with any safety this sport. So now he cannot take this sport very far because his niece is angry with him, and he cannot take this sport or this trick to the upshot, means any further. Come by and by to my chamber. So Sir Toby invites the other participants in the trick to his chamber. This is the end of line 70. Friends, this has got more than 125 lines. So the remaining lines I will take up in the next lecture. Goodbye till then.